nervous. So nervous right now. Never been more nervous in my entire life.
Welcome back to the Reserve Podcast. I'm your host, Kurtis and TJ, with my co-host here, TJ Bremple.
What's up?
Yeah, we got not too long of an episode today, but I want to bring up a couple things. I want to bring up a couple things before we get right into it. Number one, we're going to start going bi-weekly. Go bi-weekly with the podcast. We got shit going on.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, with our personal lives, you know.
Yeah.
Starting out my new job pretty soon. Into the summer, I'm probably going to be in school, so it's just not a lot of time to fit the podcast in with all the shit that we're going to be doing. So I hope you guys understand. It's not that too big of a deal, but you know, just letting you guys know. Also, another thing I want to bring up. I brought this up in the ending of the podcast last week. I really want to start that segment where you guys send us emails to our email, the podcast email. And just to give us some topics to talk about that you want to hear, or, you know, just some shit that you guys want to see us do. We'd be more than glad to do that. I really want to implement that into the podcast. I think it'd be really funny and cool. But with that being said, let's get right into it. What's the first thing today?
Sports.
All right, let's talk sports then, huh?
Okay, number one, Blake Griffin goes to the Nets. But I just really wanted to mention this just because I want to talk about super teams and mainly how they're taking over the NBA.
Really are.
Over the past, almost decade, really.
Yeah.
Only teams that have won the finals have been super teams besides the Raptors, but that's kind of iffy because Warriors got injured during that finals.
Yeah.
But either way, it just really shits on a lot of the smaller markets because they don't have the money to get big name players to come to their team. And the Bucks almost got fucked because a lot of people are saying Giannis was going to leave, but thankfully he re-signed because he's loyal.
Yeah, don't get a lot of that.
Yeah. And now there's going to be this narrative that if he doesn't win one with the Bucks, he say that we wasted his prime. But if he went to somewhere else, he would have got shit on because he joined a super team.
Yeah, wasted his prime. My guy, he's fucking young.
I'm saying if we don't.
Oh.
But that wouldn't be for years. But it just sucks how it seems like you can only win a championship today if you have a super team. Well, I mean, the Lakers didn't really have a super team, but they had LeBron and AD, who are two of the top 5, top 10 players in the league.
I mean, that team was pretty decently stacked. Well, don't lie. You know, it was a pretty decently stacked team, even with the... Yeah, I know what you're saying. A lot of these super teams are taking over. Yeah, I am a Kyrie fan, though, so that kind of doesn't make me a Nets fan, obviously, but I do want to see that team go somewhere just because I like Kyrie.
Don't. Fuck the Nets.
Why, bro? They got everybody now.
Because the Bucks are in the East. I want them to come out of the East and go to the finals.
Well, that's you. Me? I don't give a shit.
Why? Because your team sucks?
Yeah, they're not bad, actually. Not too bad. I mean, not too great. They're 4th. Let's get you want to talk about that?
I'll slide right into the next one.
Let's slide right into that topic. Mid-season fucking
review for the Heat.
Yeah, I'll start it
and
off.
Bucks.
I'll
start it off.
I'll start it off. Not too great, not too bad. They're number 4th in the what was it? What conference are they fucking in?
The East.
Yeah, they're in the East.
If you're unaware.
I was unaware.
The Celtics are 19 and 18. They're number 5. They're almost negative.
Yeah. So they're number 4. They're 4th in the fucking conference, which isn't bad. You know, isn't great, but we've been in this situation before. You know, we can get up there. 76ers are first. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Embiid's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, he got hurt, didn't he?
Yep, his leg.
Crazy. But yeah, back on topic. Heat aren't doing too bad. Lost some, won some. You know, mid-season I haven't been really watching a lot of basketball. You know, I can't really go into the depths of what's been going on. But you know, if they start getting more serious playoff contenders, and we'll see what happens. You know, fuck it.
That happened.
Bless you, bro. Yeah. So how about them Bucks though, huh?
The Bucks, as you can clearly see, they've been having some rough patches throughout the season, but more the last couple weeks, I think they're really starting to hit their stride, especially after they hit that 5-game win streak. Then they just smacked the Knicks a couple days ago. I think they're going to hit their stride, and I think they're going to start to compete for that number 1, number 2 seed throughout the rest of the season.
Nice.
And also, Curtis, I haven't been able to watch all the games, or most of them, because I've been pretty busy myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be able to go as in-depth as I should into this review, but yeah.
Kind of wanted to just bring it up just because he's a fan of the Bucks and fan of the Heat. Why not bring it up? And if we have we have a little bit of time to talk about it. But yeah, that was kind of short. Let's talk sports.
Yeah.
Let's talk about nightly news right now. It's about a Miami Heat player by the name of Myers Leonard. Said an anti-Semitic racial slur on stream playing Call of Duty Warzone. He fucked up. You know, I mean, you know, you're on stream. You're on stream. You gotta watch your words, especially with everything going on recently within the past few years. You just can't say shit like that.
Yeah.
So he has been fined. I think it's $50K.
Was he cut?
No.
Oh.
He has been fined $50K and he is suspended for 1 game.
Oh, only 1 game.
I think it's 1 game. Yeah, I think it's 1 game. He also got public call-outs by the man Julian Edelman, the wide receiver for the Patriots. Or is he still a He's still a Patriot.
I think so.
Julian Edelman is Jewish, and Myers Leonard said Jewish racial slur. So Julian Edelman publicly said, "Hey man, you know, let's not say that, whatever, blah blah blah." Basically just telling him like, hey, you have to understand what the word means, you know, and like not use it such in a derogatory way. But then he was like, if you and me, let's go out and get some beers sometime, and we can it was something just to get together and let's talk about shit, you know. He was trying to be respectful, but at the same time, he was trying to let Myers know, like,
hey, you can't do that.
Yeah, you fucked up. Which he knows. He knows he's fucked up. But yeah, like you said, be on stream, you gotta watch what you say. Yeah. You know, even us, as we're got 50 subs on YouTube, but we still we still gotta watch what we say. You know, it doesn't matter. If you're gonna put your shit out there publicly, you gotta watch what you do. Finding him and suspending him is probably a pretty decent idea, especially with the time we're in now.
Well, even if he weren't in the time now, even if this happened a couple years ago, I still think he probably would have got fined. To be honest.
Yeah, he probably would have got fined for sure.
He probably wouldn't have gotten as much hate, but still would have got some hate.
Like with everything, like I said, with everything going on now.
Yeah, it's brought a lot more attention to the issue.
People have brightened their eyes with racism. So like for him to say it is like it means more, I guess. It shouldn't, but that's how it happened. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Is that the only news thing that we got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a lot to talk about this week.
Yeah, so we got one more segment, then we're done with this podcast, boys. So that was it for Nightly News. Voice crack. We're going to get into my top 5. I haven't done this in a while, so let's get right into it. TJ, you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Number 5, Devil May Cry. Ever play that game?
Never even heard of it.
Really?
No, I heard of it. I never played it. I don't even know what it's about.
It's going to sound really weird, but it's like demon, but half human. He was the offspring of Sparta. You know who Sparta is?
Yeah.
And then he basically just goes and like, his brother. He has a twin brother. He's the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
And the protagonist is Dante, and his brother's name is Virgil. And so Dante just tries to go and fucking basically kill all the demons. It's really it's weird. It's a Japanese game. Okay. So it's really weird, but it's like a button masher. It's fun to play. I love it. I've been playing it since I was a little kid. So that game's pretty dope. Next one up, Uncharted series.
That doesn't count. It has to be one specific game.
No. Because Devil May Cry, the whole series is.
Nope. Which one?
My guy, we're not getting that fucking. Number 4.
Fine. I just have my list more specific.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well, good for you.
Whatever.
Uncharted, the entire series. God, it's such a great game.
You're gonna hate me for this, but I never played a single game.
We talked about it in the prior podcast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Man, it's such a good game. It's just, I don't know. It has such a good story, and you know, it's again another game that I grew up with. You know, all these games I'm gonna be seriously biased because I grew up with these games.
Yeah.
So yeah, Uncharted, all of them, dope ass games. Play them if you haven't. Number 3, I'm gonna say Skate 3. Okay.
Okay.
I can say the Skate series, but Skate 3 is where it kicked off for me, and now it's coming to Skate 4 this year. I think it's coming out. Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know if a lot of you probably don't know this. I like to skateboard. This game is the reason why. The things you can do in that game, I don't know. It's like a simulation game, obviously, but it's so, I don't know. It's just so fun. It's like, do you know the feeling of like in Spider-Man, right? When you just can web sling around, and it's just for some reason it's like.
So smooth.
Satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
Doing shit in Skate 3 was the exact same way for me. Doing a bunch of tricks and, like, cruising around a made-up city, it was just fun for me. And I can still go back to that game now and play it. It's so fun. So yeah, Skate 3 coming on Skate 4. I know that game's gonna be dope. So okay, top 2. So these are the 2 big games right here, right? Can you? I know you can guess probably number 1. Number 2, Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, I know number 1.
Oh.
I know number 1.
Oh my god.
Never played that one either.
Really?
I already know what your number 1's gonna be, and I've never played a single one of these games.
Oh wow, man. Crazy. Ratchet and Clank, the entire series has over 15 games.
Like how long over the years? Like how long?
They started in 2002.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Fucking about to be 20 years next year.
Yeah, and yeah, they have a game coming out. Then the next coming months, they have the new game coming out.
Nice.
Awesome series. It's I'll get a little backstory about this one because I love it so much. It's about this made-up creature called the Lombax. He's on his own planet or whatever. I think it's called the Velden. I'm a nerd, bro.
It's okay, we're all nerds in our own way.
I think his name is Drek or something. I'm not sure, but evil, antagonist, right? Making a bunch of war bots. There's a defective one, right? These war bots are huge, by the way, right? Like gigantic. They're just trying to take over like all like the planets or whatever, and trying to make a super planet. The defective one is a little guy, just a little guy, right?
And that's Clank.
And that is Clank. His real name is XJ0461. But yeah, his name is XJ0461, right? He's a defect, so he knows what this guy is doing is wrong. So he escapes, crashes on Ratchet's home planet. Ratchet finds him, and he's like, "Yo, dude, are you okay?" And fixes him up or whatever. He tells him like his full name. He's like, "I'm just gonna call you Clank." And then they go on all these adventures to fucking basically take down bad guys, right? They've been doing it over 15 years. It's a great game. It's a great series. Insomniac is the one who made it. They're the ones who made the recent Spider-Mans. So that game is quality. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love Insomniac. They did a great job on that game. And Naughty Dog. Speaking of Naughty Dog, let's talk about number 1 for me real quick. Number 1 video game of all time that I cannot live without is Crash Bandicoot.
Yep.
Crash Bandicoot is my favorite game of all time. I love it's again nostalgia for me. First one, this is ironic. First one, don't like. It's my least favorite out of the top 3 that Naughty Dog made. Number 2 is the best for me, and then number 3 is the second best. But they just recently in 2016, I think, they redid the first 3.
Nice.
And fantastic games. They actually just came out with the 4th one not too long ago. Crash Bandicoot 4. Played it. I haven't played it as much as I want to. I heard it's a fucking insanely hard game. But yeah, again, nostalgia. It's about this little Bandicoot who's getting tested by this evil doctor called Dr. Nefarious.
Ooh.
And wait, no, that's Dr. Nefarious. Dr. Nefarious is from fucking Ratchet and Clank.
Correct you. I don't know anything about these games.
Dr. Neocortex is the doctor who's turning these animals into mutants to like make an army or something. It goes wrong on Crash, right? And Crash is a little retarded. Probably shouldn't say
he's a little slow.
Yeah, I won't say retarded. He's a little slow.
He's got a few nuts and bolts loose up there, if you know what I mean.
But he gets out. Again, he just saves the world from this evil scientist. Simple games, but the best games. I love them. So that's my top 5. What's yours, TJ?
Well, I just want to say one thing real quick about Crash Bandicoot. I remember when you'd be sleeping over and you'd have the Crash Bandicoot theme through your PlayStation, and that shit would play all night because you would never turn off your PlayStation.
You know what's funny is that I still have it as my background now.
Not surprised.
All of my friends got sick of the theme song of Crash Bandicoot, besides me.
Yeah, because we'd just be sitting in my room about to fall asleep dead silence, like whatever that fucking song was.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to my top 5. Start with number 5, NCAA 14.
Respect. I know that was one of your favorite games.
I still play that game to this day. I've been playing that game ever since I got it for Christmas that year. That's also my first college game I got, but I also think it's the best one. Not because it's the last one to come out, but because everything in that game just works so well. Like, I mainly play the Dynasty, and the recruiting and all that is great in that. Engine, too, for how tackling and all that. I still see new animations I've not seen in forever happen in that game.
Crazy.
Like, in Madden, how you keep getting the same tackling animation. Yeah. NCAA, I rarely ever see the exact same one twice.
That's crazy.
But anyway, number 4, Portal.
Really?
Yes.
What a weird... I would never think that. I would never think that Portal was one of your favorite games of all time.
I love Portal mainly because it's a puzzle game, and I just love doing puzzles. And also, it has a great backstory, or not great backstory, great story, and great villain overall. I shouldn't put Portal. I should put Portal 2. But Portal 2, because I love how they go like to the old facility, and it's like based in like the 70s when they all had it, so it's all like 70s nostalgia. And I just love the characters and how they added all that new gel to make the puzzles even more complex. Great story, great ending, great characters, great everything.
Nice.
Then number 3, Black Ops 2, probably the best COD of all time. So I love all the guns. Well, not all the guns, but they had some great guns in that game. I can't remember exactly which one, but I know the Vector was my go-to gun every time.
Isn't Black Ops 2 like everyone's favorite, or is that Modern Warfare?
No, I think it's Black Ops or Black Ops 2. Or also Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare. It's everybody's favorite games. Those are like the top 4.
Because I remember Black Ops was the very first, besides Uncharted, I think Black Ops was like one of the first games I beat campaign-wise.
Yeah, Black Ops 2, like you said, great campaign. Overall, great game. Balanced matchmaking, great guns.
That's when matchmaking was at its peak, too.
Yeah, and that's probably, I feel like, when COD itself was at its peak. It's when everybody enjoyed playing and didn't like complain about the game.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it.
I know a lot of people are gonna agree with me when I say this. Matchmaking now sucks ass.
It's
terrible.
Unbalanced as hell.
It's so bad.
There'll be one game where I just absolutely shit on everybody, and then the next game I get shit on by everybody.
You're going up against like level 400. It's fucking Prestige 97, and I'm like, bro, why? I haven't even Prestige once. Just because I did good in 2 games, you're gonna put me against the highest fucking streamers that I'm playing against? That's gay as fuck.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Also, Black Ops 2 Zombies is great, but in my personal opinion, I like Black Ops 3 Zombies more, but Black Ops 2 Zombies was great. Okay, number 2, Spider-Man PS4.
Nice.
This will be my number 1, but the only thing that's holding it back is because Mary Jane's character. I just don't like her in that.
I don't think a lot of people did.
Yeah, because she has this false sense of entitlement and thinks she's hot shit when she's really not.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, who has actual superpowers. But yeah, I love how they added so many different suits to the game. Like, literally from like every comic you can think of, they have a suit for it. Because I think there's like over 30 suits in there right now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I love how they made Dr. Octopus kind of as his mentor and then turn him into a villain like more like halfway through.
Yeah. And a big thing for me about video games is the customization has to be there.
Oh yeah, know? I love games that you can customize.
I'll take this back to one of the games I said, Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time. You could customize one gun in 26 different ways. 26 different ways, and they stopped doing it after that game. And I'm like, bro, the customization on this game was unreal. Why did they stop doing it? I think it's the Crack in Time is their most selling game. Because it's an amazing game.
Is that a more recent one?
2008, 2010. Oh. Rather recent, because after that was Into the Nexus, and then now they did the remaster in 2016.
Let's say, because Crack in Time sounded like it came out, but I must have been thinking of the remaster.
PS3.
Anyways, with Spider-Man also, the Spider-Man, like Peter Parker was done so great, and also I just love the story overall, and it's just really fun. It's really got a great replayability to it.
Oh yeah, like I said, swinging around is just it's something about swinging around is fun. And
also the combat is just so smooth. Like I've never been really frustrated with it. It's just works so well.
Yeah, that game is a masterpiece compared to compared to like its predecessors of like the older Spider-Mans.
Yeah, I played that game 3 times over, complete to 100% on all of them. Just so fun.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Okay, number 1, my favorite all time, Borderlands 2. What, do you got something to say about Borderlands 2?
I'm so disappointed in you, bro. You had a great list.
Wow, what's wrong with Borderlands?
Borderlands fucking sucks.
What? Have you ever played Borderlands?
Yes. It's...
How much of it?
I've played it enough to know that it's fucking awful. They're... like... It's not fun, bro. It's just not fun at all. I've tried to hop on Borderlands so many times.
You probably played like 2 missions.
No, I played so much. I played with Steve. I played with you and Steve. It was not fun. It was just a terrible game. The storyline is fucking weird. It's just.
You just don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. People, that fucking game is terrible, dude. It's a bad game.
It's not a bad game.
It's a bad game. Like it's a really bad game.
I might have to get Steve over here and we can just shit on you with how fun that game is.
I have told Steve multiple times why I fucking hate that game. It's so dog shit. It's not fun at all. I'm not meaning to hate on that.
Why is it, like, give me a specific reason why it's a bad game.
So here's the thing. Maybe Steve has something to do with it because I would get into Borderlands. He's like, try out Borderlands. I'm like, all right, bet. I was like, you know what? I'll get Borderlands because I wanted to play it. I think it was free too. So I was like, fuck it.
Wait, Borderlands or Borderlands 2?
Borderlands 2.
Okay.
Is Handsome Jack in both of them?
No, he's only in 2.
Okay, so for sure 2 then. I load in, right? And I'm like, all ready to go. And Steve just knows everything about the game. So he's like going to places where like I'm not even enjoying the story.
That's why it's not fun. It's because Steve's taking all the fun out of it.
I know. So what I'm saying is that it just got instantly killed for me.
So you're saying it's a bad game because somebody else ruined it for you and it has nothing to do with the game itself?
No. The game is.
So that's exactly how you explain it.
Shut up. No, yeah. No, that is like a pretty big reason, but also the game is fucking not fun anymore. Like
because Steve ruined it for you.
So then, okay. So yeah, for me, the game sucks ass. It's not fun. Even when I didn't play with Steve when I was by myself, that game wasn't fun. It was just it felt done before, like it has been because those games like I know these games came out later, but like Destiny. You know, like all those like open world, find the guns. The Division. The Division's a great game, but it's been.
Oh no, it's not.
The Division 2 is a great game.
I'm talking Division 1.
Oh, Division 1 sucked ass.
I didn't play Division 2.
Division 2 is a great game, but it's all been done before.
Yeah, it's not just the guns; it's the characters. They're so funny, and the storyline too.
Oh,
it's just done so well.
The humor didn't catch me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't find it really humorous.
Whatever. But I just think it's just such a great game.
And it's a little dated. 2 is dated.
Yeah, because it came out out in 2012. That's why it's dated.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the humor's all there because it's dated. That's what I'm saying.
Why you're saying it's not as funny? Because
maybe the humor is just not what I think it should be. I don't know.
Well,
I haven't played Borderlands 3.
Borderlands 3 is a pretty good game.
Is it better than 2 or no?
I think it's up. I think for like the character building and like combat wise, it's better.
Is there more customization to the game too, or no?
A little bit, more customization. But I picked 2 just because for the fact that the storyline is so much better and the characters are more likable.
Yeah, and nostalgia reasons too. That's what I did at least.
Not really for nostalgia reasons, but mainly like the storyline in that.
Okay.
And also for the fact that like, because Borderlands 2 for the big part of it was farming the guns was such a fun part. I mean, it doesn't sound fun like repeatedly killing the same character, but as soon as you get that one gun you're looking for, it all pays off.
Yeah, I have that sort of feeling in other games too, so I get that. Is that it? That's all you gotta say?
Well, also, yeah, as with Spider-Man, great replay build. I can't tell you how many times I played that game over and over.
Yeah.
I probably maxed out 2 characters, which is 3 playthroughs each.
You played it 6 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Video games are fun, especially single-player games for me at least.
Yeah, it's weird because on single-player games, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I think I'm like a lot better than at multiplayer games. Like Spider-Man, I play in the hardest difficulty, and it's still not that hard for me.
I don't know. I feel like there's something it has to do with being a single-player. Because there are other fucking douchebags that are fucking.
Yeah, because when you play against other people, they can find like other ways or other strategies that you don't know or are just better at.
Yeah.
But when it comes to multiplayer, it's just you versus the computer.
Yeah. You meant to say the other way around. You said multiplayer, you versus the computer.
Whatever.
Yeah, you messed up. That's fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know, and I think single player games are just a lot more. You can concentrate on it. You can have fun with it. I've been playing Ratchet and Clank the remake for about 3 days in a row, and I just haven't gotten sick of it. It's just so fun, you know. But yeah, that's basically it for our top 5. That's it for the podcast too. So yeah, I mean, a little shorter, little more informative, I guess.
Yeah.
Not really too goofy, but fuck it, you know, you gotta have those days. Do me and him a solid, all right, and smash that like button. All right, go ahead and do it. Leave a comment, share it, subscribe.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Like Curtis said before, leave a comment or email us about stuff you want us to talk about. Anything, maybe do a top 5 that you like us to do.
Yeah, or just a topic in general.
Send us a funny story that happened to you. We could talk about it.
Oh yeah,
tell it.
Yeah, that could be dope.
That's one thing I'd like to do.
Yeah, we should do that. We should definitely try and do that. I know a lot of people probably click off too when I say that's it for the podcast. So we'll reiterate that once.
At the beginning of next podcast.
Yeah.
Which will be in next week or a week, 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah. So and also watch out for that too. We're not going to be posting next week.
It's gonna start to be every other week. I mean, maybe some weeks we could do it back to back, depending on how busy we are. But from here, probably until
the foreseeable future, let's just say.
Yeah. Maybe it's gonna be a while till we get back to a normal schedule for sure. Probably to like September.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But I don't want to promise you anything. So
okay.
But yeah, have a great week, and we'll see you when we see you then, huh?
Yeah.